my fellow fat kid friendly folk. Hope you're having an awesome day. So far my day's been pretty good. It's been lazy. I will be honest. My day has been spent being lazy because it has been a long work week. Anyways, today what we're going to be doing is actually a DIY that I found on Pinterest. I know, there's so many of them. And I'm fairly certain that this pin has probably already been done many times on YouTube. But I've never done it, so I'm going to do it. So, what we're going to be doing today is making a bag, like a satchel, out of a t-shirt. It's fairly simple. Shouldn't have to go buy anything. I didn't have to buy anything. That made it worth my while. So, pretty much all you're going to need are very few items. And also, if you would like a bigger bag, find yourself a fat friend because their t-shirts are bigger, so your bag's going to be bigger. Anyway, so I found this shirt. It's been hanging in my closet forever. I never wear it. I love it, but I never wear it. It's a little too short on me, but anyway. But it's just a Jimi Hendrix shirt. It's fairly stretchy, so again, that might have a lot of effect on how the bag works. They did say take into consideration the stretch of the fabric. So I also have another shirt that I would like to make one out of, and this is a shirt that was given to me. Again, I've never worn it. It's kind of bad to chop up a shirt that you've never worn, but I've never worn this shirt, and it was given to me, and I love the shirt again, but it's not a comfortable fabric. It's very stiff and I don't like it. It feels like burlap. But I think it would make a cute bag. So, hashtag none of this is sponsored. I'm going to try to do this one first just to see how it works. The pin says that it will take 10 minutes. We will see. Alright. So, the only other things you really need are scissors, a marker. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use a water-based marker because you're going to be tracing some things. And you also need a plate to cut out the neckline. But I don't have water-based markers. I have Sharpies. So we're going to use a Sharpie. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, I guess, start cutting this. First thing it says that you need to do is to cut off the sleeve. And it says that you can fold the shirt in half if you want to make sure that they're even. I guess that's just preference, whatever you want to do. Right now I'm just trying to make it lay down the way it's supposed to. Okay, then it says what you need to do is to take a bowl, or I guess whatever you want to use, to trace the outline. Now, I'm going to turn this inside out so I don't get marker directly on the front of it, just because that's me. But you don't have to. You don't even have to trace a bowl if you don't want to. If you just want to freehand it, you can freehand it. However you would like to make this. You're not going to be wearing it, so I don't think it really matters. I have a plate because I do not have bowls very big, and I don't have a smaller plate because my smaller plates are square. And the neckline's bigger than the bowl. Awesome. So let's just get that in there. however big you want your bag, depends on where you cut this part up. So I am going to take my trusty, it's not going to work. Please don't fall on me. Thank you. Alright, the next thing you want to do is you want to cut the strips up to the line to create the tassels. It's the fringe, I guess, if you want to call it fringe. You're actually supposed to have the shirt turned inside out at this point, but I didn't want to go past this image right here, so that's why I'm not doing that. Just FYI. Okay, now that is all cut. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this inside out now. Now I have an awesome fringe shirt. Woo! What I have done is I've tied the first 3 strands. Now, what you want to do is, even though you're tying the bottom of it up, there is a hole. Like, I don't know if you can see it. There's going to be some gappage between where you've cut the strands. So what we're going to do next is you're going to want to close that gap. So first, I have to make sure I have the right strands together. But you're going to be taking a strand from opposite sets. Okay? So, like, this is my first set. This is my second set. So what I want to do is I want to take one strand from each of those and just tie it in a knot. And then the same goes for this, where I've got the third set, and see there's a hole right there. I'm going to take this strand and I'm just going to tie a knot. All this is doing is just closing that gap. So what you're going to be doing for the next little bit is just tying these in knots and closing the gap. So all of that is tied. So there was a few places where I missed the holes. I didn't quite get them tied enough, but I fixed that. So you're pretty much done now. All that's left is to turn the t-shirt inside out. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn this inside out. It looked like some weird puppet. Anyway, turn this inside out and you've got a bag. So here's my bag, I guess. It's just supposed to be like a satchel type bag. Let's see if I can find some stuff to put in it so that we can make this look like a bag. Let's see. Got some lotion and more lotion because, you know, batteries. Everybody needs batteries in their purse. Everybody remembers the Darth Vader eraser. Let's just throw that in there. And our mood changing lipsticks, chapsticks that didn't work. Alright, so now we have a bag, and it kind of does stretch it out. I will give it that, but I guess it serves its purpose. I guess it works. So yeah, we just made a bag out of a t-shirt. Okay, so what I did was off camera, I didn't record it, but I went ahead and made another bag out of the other shirt that I had picked out. So I had used this shirt. It's a completely different fabric. It's a little thicker, it's a little less stretchy, and more kind of a canvas. That's why I never really wore this shirt, because I didn't like the feel of it. But I went ahead and made a bag. It's a bigger bag because I didn't cut as much off at the bottom. So this is this one. And it's, you know, kind of shallow. I could see these as like good grocery bags if you're gonna buy maybe fruit and things, like a few small items. I could see them being used. I don't really see myself as carrying this as a regular bag, maybe to go to the beach or something. But this is the first one that I made, and then this one is the second one. It's much bigger, it's much deeper. Now, here's another thing that I'm going to say. Give into account the size of the sleeve. This one had bigger, like, wider sleeves, right? So this was cutting the sleeve off of it, leaving not a whole lot of depth for the bag. And I didn't cut off any of the bottom of it. I kept it the full length of the shirt. Just so keep that in mind in case you ever want to make one of these. So I do like this bag, I think, a little bit better because it is bigger. It was made with a bigger t-shirt in general, and just an overall bigger bag. You can cut more of the neck out if you want to make it a little deeper. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do with these, it's up to your discretion, really. So now I have two bags that I can pretty much do whatever my heart desires to do with them. And that's going to conclude today's video of me doing a Pinterest DIY. Like I said, I've never done a Pinterest DIY. It might be a regular thing, just some easy DIYs. Let's not get too crazy. I will put a link in the description below to the website that I actually used for this DIY. I did not create this, so I do need to give credit where it is due. And I'm sure there are various websites out there that have the same type of bag making, but this is just the one that I used. It's the first one I found. It's the first one I used. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And also don't forget to follow me on social media. I have all of my information in the description below, as well as on my banner in desktop view. And I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Bye. What are you doing? Sumo. Can you see him? He's back there in the chair. Those are things that I am taking with me to work. Can you get out of the what? There is always an animal around. It's like I have a zoo. Sumo.